Hi, this is Amanda with Best Day Ever Skin Cancer Awareness Limited, or better known as Shamelessly Sunsafe. I wanted to hop on and give a little bit of a basic explanation of UVA, UVB, and UVC rays in relation to human skin. So, believe it or not, the conversation all starts with a tiny bundle of energy. No, not your little brother or your youngest child. I'm talking about an elementary particle called a photon, which is a bundle of energy. Let's talk about some basic physics. Energy that travels in the form of waves is called radiation. These waves, or wavelengths, can range from being very long and having low energy to being very short and having high energy. All of the different wavelengths are illustrated on something called the electromagnetic spectrum, or the EM spectrum, which is what's pictured here. The longest and weakest wavelengths are radio waves. The shortest and strongest wavelengths are gamma rays. Those are the rays that can kill cancer cells. The energy that the sun gives off is called solar radiation and is only a part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Sunlight is broken down into three major components: visible light, ultraviolet light, and infrared radiation. Ultraviolet radiation, as you can see on the far left, represents the shortest and most powerful wavelengths. These rays are invisible to the human eye and are ranked as far as their length: the UVA, UVB, and UVC. We'll discuss that later. Again, visible light is the only band of solar radiation we can see and is about 38.9% of the energy given out by the sun. Infrared waves are part of the electromagnetic spectrum too. We can't see those, but we encounter them every day. We detect them as heat. Although ultraviolet rays only make up a small portion of the sun's energy, they are the most damaging. They're the shortest wavelength and the most powerful. The sun emits three different types of UV radiation based on wavelengths: UVA, UVB, and UVC. UVC is the shortest of all UV rays. UVC rays never reach the Earth's surface because they're absorbed by the ozone. They are also considered to be in the germicidal range, which is why hospitals use UVC lights to disinfect. Because the wavelength of UVC is the shortest, it's much stronger than normal sunlight and could cause a severe burn-like a sunburn reaction to your skin, and can also cause damage to the retina of the eye. So these devices that are used to disinfect are not safe for humans to be exposed to. The next set of rays to discuss are UVB. These are mostly absorbed by the ozone layer, but still make it to the Earth's surface. So there's definitely a direct correlation between the amount of UVB we get and the ozone layer depletion. The sun's output of UVB doesn't ever change. Rather, the less ozone there is means the less protection. Therefore, more UVB will reach the Earth. So when the ozone health is not good, our health is not going to be good, because the ozone basically acts as Earth's sunscreen. This is my little mascot, Planny the Planet. He has to carry around a bottle of sunscreen and an umbrella everywhere he goes because his ozone layer is so holy and thin. Before I go any further, I have to tell you there is a way that we measure how much UV radiation we get here on Earth. The UV index was designed to help you make informed decisions about how much time you should spend in the sun and what protection you should use. It tells you how strong the sun's UV rays will be. The higher the UV index, the greater the strength of the sun's rays, and the faster you will burn. The index predicts the risk of UV overexposure on a scale of 0, which is minimal risk, to 11 or higher, which is very high risk. The forecast considers latitude, elevation, weather conditions, time of year, and the ozone levels in your region. The index is based on a type 2 skin type, which is fair skin, burns easily, tans minimally. Back to UVB rays. They are shorter than UVA. They have more energy. They can damage skin cells' DNA directly. They're the main rays that cause sunburns, and they are thought to cause most skin cancers. Our body's way of trying to protect us from UVB rays is by producing melanin as a physical blocker of the sun. There are different types of melanin. The two that are most commonly discussed are eumelanin and pheomelanin. Naturally darker skinned people have more eumelanin, and naturally fair skinned people have more pheomelanin. While eumelanin has the ability to protect the skin from sun damage, pheomelanin does not. That's why people with darker skin are at a lower risk for developing melanoma than fair skinned people are due to the lack of eumelanin. And they are also more susceptible to sun damage, burning, and skin cancer. This concludes part 1. Please watch part 2 so you can get the rest of the information.